Hello, McCall. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zoocore Marketing. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Eric. And here is that analysis that he promised you when you talked. So first off, you have a beautiful website. You've clearly spent some money on it. It is very interactive. You have not live, but you have video on there, so it's interesting to look at. And just great locations. This house near the lake just makes me want to move there. Here's the other thing. I am not so much interested in the aesthetic quality of it, because the aesthetic quality is what will get somebody to go into it when they get here. And that is awesome. Getting people here is the issue. And what needs to happen is that something inside of your website needs to get a little tweaked here and there for people to actually come here. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that weird claim. I know, it seems like an odd thing to say. But the first thing I do after looking at your website is going and using this. It's a paid tool called Ahrefs, and it shows me your metrics, and it shows me how your site has been performing. And your site has been underperforming, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Now, the next thing I do is I go and I do a search for your area and your industry. Loveland, Colorado roofer. First thing I come across are the sponsored ones. Those are the ones that paid to be up there near the top. And now we get into what we call the map pack. That is these three folks here. You are one of them. You did something better than the rest of them below did. I don't even know if you knew what you did, but you went and filled out a Google business profile, and you filled it out thoroughly, because everybody else below you did not do as good a job or do it at all. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is that below that we have the what we call the organic search results. Now, the Google algorithm chooses the placement of absolutely everything, because they have decided in their vast wisdom that their algorithm knows more about roofers than anyone else in the world, or anything for that matter. For instance, their algorithm wants certain criteria from the roofers that they're going to show you in their searches. Now, it has nothing to do with whether or not they're hard workers, or they have a good work ethic, whether or not they use quality materials. What they're going to show you is folks that have a website that conforms to what they think a website should be. So you tell me which one you would prefer to have. But Google is the gorilla, and you have to kind of do what the gorilla wants to do. So the first actual roofer that I find in the organic search results here is Loveland Roofing, Inc. or LLC. And so I'm going to refer to them as your Google competitor for the purposes of this comparison, this analysis. Now, here is their website. It looks a little amateurish, to be honest. I don't know how. Just, I guess, these sort of simple text and this weird logo. But it certainly doesn't have what yours has. But that's not the point. I'm going to show you that Google really prizes content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all here. I'm going to copy and paste you into this word counter. And you have 362 words. Now here are those folks at Loveland Roofing. I'm going to copy and paste them into the second word counter. Here we go. They have 558. So here's the deal. They are #1 in the search results. And that's one of the reasons. They have more content than you have. But you're not that far behind. I mean, it's less than 200, right? Well, actually, 200 and a couple. So, but the words are not all equal. It's not about just the words. In fact, Google wants you to have 1,500 words. Here is their reasoning for that. They want their search customers to go to a site that actually is helpful to them and explains to them what it is that they're looking for. Even that includes businesses. So if you're doing like an academic search, it's really not that different to Google than a search for a roofer. They want the customers, their customers, to go to a site and find out more about roofing. And to have that happen, they think it's going to need 1,500 words. So that is their reasoning for that. Now, I'm going to go and show you what words I'm actually talking about. I'm talking about keywords. Keywords are words that exist in your industry and in your community. And the way that Google finds those, and the reason that Google expects those to be there, is that they know who has, searched this before. And they know all of the sites that come up as a result of it. And each of those sites has come up using different search criteria, a different Google search. Like this one says Loveland, Colorado roofer. There's a bunch of other options that I could have used to have the same results. They take all of those searches, they put them all together and count them and see which one appears the most. Now that becomes a keyword number 1, and then the second most becomes keyword number 2, and so on and so on. Now these keywords are actually more like key phrases, but you get the point. It's a bunch of stuff that Google already knows should be on your website, because that's what makes a successful website. So you have, what did I say? You have 74 and Loveland has 194. So they win that little foot race. Now I'm going to show you what their keywords are. Here we go down to this. Open that up. Here we go. As you can see, a lot of them just are kind of variations on a theme. Loveland roofers, Loveland roofing. Just to point out, roofing and roofers are 2 different searches according to the algorithm. The algorithm does not know our language. It only knows what it's looking for, and that is specific words. And it will be looking for roofers and roofing, and those both want to be on your site. Also, roofing companies, Northern Colorado, sometimes, oh, there we go. Drip edge colors, desert sand shingles, Tamco driftwood. Anyway, there's a bunch of things that are in your industry that I have no idea what they are. I haven't even used the word gutters in the last 5 years. So things that you guys use regularly are things that are going to come up as keywords. Now, I'm going to show you something else, and that is this, the backlinks. Backlinks is, these are yours. These are where you are listed on another site, and there is a link back to your site on that site. Someplace like Yelp, for instance. Now, I'm going to show you what Loveland has. They have 193, which just goes to show you that there is a disparity here. Now, yours, you have some in there that are actually not helping you, because this number shouldn't be much higher than twice this. So you should have only about 320 of these, and you have 504. Let me show you what they have. They have 193 with 105 referring domains. So let me show you what their referring domains are. Theirs are a little bit tighter is what I'm saying, because a bunch of yours could be considered kind of spammy. Now, oh, no results found. How lovely computers are, right? Yellowpages.com, Superpages, Statesman, I don't know what that is, Dex knows, bunch of sites like that. You want yours in the 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s at most. They have some that are way down here in the 30s, which is really like Portalit.Colombia. I don't know what that is. But apparently that's not where people go to find their roofers in Loveland, Colorado. So you want to get more appropriate backlinks that are higher rated, as opposed to having a bunch that are down here in the 30s, which is what I suspect you have. Now, that's not hard to do. It's something you could do by Googling your competitors, for instance, and seeing what sites they're on, and then going and getting on those sites. Sometimes it's as easy as filling out a profile. But that is something that you need to do. Now, this is where the rubber hits the road, and that is your traffic last month, down 9 from the month before, was 24 clicks as a result of a Google search. Now, that is an underperforming website. This website is too beautiful to do that. And here's what these folks had with their silly old website. They had 370. So you can see the difference is kind of staggering. And you could have that many by just picking up more keywords and getting better backlinks. Now, the fact that you are already in the map pack makes this just kind of a shoo-in for you, because you're not that far off of the gold from the search here. Here you are up, you're number 3 in the map pack. That is wonderful. But you have an opportunity here to actually get to both places, because you can be in both. You can be both here in the map pack and also down here in the organic searches. That would be a great benefit to you. So listen, I've given you 3 things that I think will help you improve your website. One, keep that map pack going. Make sure that it is filled out, because if anybody below you fills it out better than you have, they might jump into your spot. Number 2, get better keywords. That's something that you don't have enough of. And number 3, you have to get better and more better backlinks. And now, none of these things are rocket science. You could certainly do all of them yourself, but they are time consuming, and they do require an amount of expertise and experience to do well, because you do want to have the end net result be that you're higher in the Google search results. That being the case, I hope that you will give Eric a call and that he will be able to guide you through the next steps. Well, I hope I've been helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.